Oh, hey, YouTube fam. Tesla, the world's EV. I'm Abraham, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into this 2-month review of the Model Y Juniper. Okay? Now, do I still love the car from delivery date? The sleek design, the software updates, and just the overall technology. Is it the same feeling I've got from delivery day after 2 months? Well, that's what you guys are here for. Wait, is that what I'm here for? Yeah. Well, why don't you guys embark on this journey and we'll dive right into all of that. Whether or not I feel exactly the same. Let's jump in. Now, this is my 2-month review of the Model Y Juniper.
So you know we on our way, my folk be grinding, shining, popping off at the right timing. I don't know why they keep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tesla, the world's EV, and we're about to dive into something that's electric. Literally. Now, just picture this, man. It's early May 2025. I'm at the Tesla delivery hub, just buzzing with excitement.
Oh my gosh, the new Juniper, the light bar on the front and back.
All the cool stuff, the ambient lighting inside the car. There's hundreds of cars lined up. Now, first things first, man, this car, it does turn heads. I mean, it's not a neck breaker like I would say a Cybertruck. I have had a kid kind of come out of nowhere with their phone, just like kind of in my face. They cared nothing about what which was funny to me. It didn't bother me none. I actually thought it was hilarious, and I was kind of like, hey, how's it going? Should I pose? Whatever the case is. But the new Juniper refresh, I mean, it takes the Model Y to a whole new level. Okay, the full width, the front light bar, straight out of a movie, bro. Straight up. I mean, the rear light bar, it's like a painting. It's like it's a painting of lights, right? Now, it's classy. I mean, it's where all the magic happens. You know what I mean? The materials are a huge step up from the older Model Y. It's supposed to be a little cheaper to fix. No more cheap plastic vibes. The ventilated seats are a game changer, definitely if you live in Las Vegas where
it gets to like 120 degrees.
Sorry. But let's talk about the drive, okay? The all-wheel drive. Those of you that don't know, I did upgrade from the rear-wheel drive, which is that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother video, right? Which I already done. But anyways, I'm going from 280 horsepower to 443. I'm not just any slingshot. I am the slingshot David used to hit Goliath in his forehead. The real star is the full self-driving, which all vehicles have. But I do figure I do need to mention, because in any Tesla that you have, you're going to have to mention that's always going to be a perk, right? But then again, I did have 4 service center visits, and we will get into that, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit later. Now, it's worth every penny. Truly it is. I mean, from a road trip to Arizona, 90% of the... Now, okay, so I went on a road trip, speaking of which. Now, compared to the rear wheel standard range, I will be honest about this. The rear wheel, I had 260 miles, and now I have 327. It wasn't a huge difference, guys. Like, I still only had to stop once, even in the standard range. I think range anxiety is something that's going to be for a separate video alongside Tesla misconceptions, because you hear a lot of people talking about,
Oh, how do you charge? Where do you charge? Doesn't it take 24 hours to charge?
So yeah, that's probably a whole new video in its own, because I thought we were well past that. But it wasn't a huge difference. But I will say, The suspension, big difference. The steering, big difference. I mean, even the steering wheel in itself, big difference. The regenerative braking is slightly different. Now, it's not a huge difference, but it is smoother. It's not as strong and jerky as the previous Model Y. Obviously, the sound system. But remember, guys, the Model Y Juniper rear wheel drive still has a better sound system than the legacy Model Y rear wheel drive. It almost kind of takes a dump, and it's also a second faster. See, that briefly we'll speak on that because that is one of the main reasons why I upgraded to the Model Y Juniper was simply because the rear wheel Juniper takes a dump on the legacy rear wheel Model Y. Everything compared to the all-wheel, the rear-wheel Juniper compared to the all-wheel Juniper everything's exactly the same except for the speed. Literally. Literally. So that's what sparked my intrigue. I felt like I had no choice. Plus the light bars, guys. I don't know why, but the new light bars that all cars are kind of putting on the front bumper, it's really starting to get me. Like, I love light bars. I don't know why. So, but the rear light bar is an innovation from Tesla, and it looks sick. It's dope. You can even put they even have little accessory panels. Shout out to evbase.com. Shout out to handshow.com. By the way, if you guys are interested in accessories, you can get 20% off if you use code Tesla Worlds EV. Yeah. So, anyways, the innovative the innovative rear light bar is awesome. It honestly is. I mean, who cares? Whatever about the innovation, but light bar front and back, sold. That sold me. Now, it wasn't just the speakers. Speakers are awesome. Sound system sounds way better than my legacy Model Y. Don't get it twisted though, because the legacy Model Y did have a really good sound system. I mean, it was high quality for sure, but this is way better. So from the regenerative braking, the suspension, the steering is all better. Obviously, I can't really note the acceleration because I'm coming from a rear wheel to an all wheel, which would I have upgraded if I had the all wheel legacy Model Y? Probably not, because I won't lie to you guys to your faces, okay? I took about a $10,000 hit, maybe a little more, because the car costs more. I don't even want to do the math. So we'll just say $10,000. So if you have the means, it's a no-brainer. If you don't do it. Don't do it. But if you have the means, do it. Okay? Literally. So, on to, well, don't forget. I won't forget. I'm kind of talking to myself here. 4 service center visits. We're almost there. I still feel like a kid, guys. When I get in this car, I still feel exactly the same as I did on delivery date. Nothing's changed. I still love driving it. Still can't wait to drive it. I find myself just wanting to go cruising. And those of you that have a Tesla, you know what I'm talking about. You guys, you need to understand that I promise you, and this is the honest truth. I had a gas car, obviously. I had a Lincoln MKC, okay? It was not the best, but it was pretty good quality car, right? SUV. I never wanted to drive. I never cared to drive. Like, it was a burden to drive. Now, I always want to drive. So, I mean, if that kind of, puts things into perspective. So, like, this is coming from a person who hated driving that has now turned into someone who loves driving. Also, I'll speak on the fact that whenever, I have driven my wife's Volkswagen a few times. She has an Atlas, which is a very nice car. I find myself getting out of the car while the car is still running without turning it off both times that I drove the car and got out of the car. I also found myself letting off the gas, thinking that it was going to break itself, and then realizing that you're not in a Tesla. So drop down in the comments, guys, if you've gone from a Tesla to driving maybe your wife's or a friend's or a rental. If you've drove a different car and you're just like, oh no, wait, what am I doing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big difference. Big difference. But long story short, I love the car still. Nothing's changed, and I don't think it will, and I think I always will, and I will never own another car besides a Tesla, period. But there are negatives. 4 service center visits. Literally. So, number 1, I'll just throw it all out there, guys. This isn't a climax video. My liftgate was making a whistle noise. How does your liftgate make a whistle noise? I don't know. It was a very rare occurrence, but my car was whistling whenever I went on the freeway and went 70 or above miles per hour. I didn't have one of those weird, it's within spec. I didn't have one of those experiences. Now, those of you that have a Tesla, those of you that have owned a Tesla, you know what that verbiage means. If you don't, well, let's just hope you never do. Okay? So, there you have it. That's the 4 service center visits. Was that a negative? Yeah, because I was infuriated. But guess what? After that, it's been smooth sailing. Tesla the World EV, if you like and love Tesla, drop that like button, subscribe for more Tesla stuff, and hit that notification bell. Help me help you, guys. I'm Outros.